Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending episode 1 of Electra Sales home training videos. Today, we'd like to talk to you about Lutron Electronics and their new software called QuEst-D, which is a software developed to help you quickly estimate any retrofit project for lighting controls in the field, specifically designed around Vive. So the first thing we need to do is in a search bar is just type in Lutron QuEst-D, and it's going to take you to a QuEst-D link, and you click on there. It says Get Started. You can click on there quite easily. This free estimate software is going to help you with many things. We're going to enter as a guest today, so we click on Enter as a Guest. Under project name, we can change that should we choose to. For today's purpose, we'll just leave it as Guest Project. Project type, there's a drop-down menu. We can pick commercial office, K to 12 school, university. We'll pick a university for today. Under the project size, we can change the square footage of that to any size building. So we'll put in 10,000 square feet today for the project size. The building size, we'll leave 15,000 square feet. We're doing 2/3 of the project today. We're also going to put in additional floors, so we can change that. We've now changed the floor scope. As you can see on the right-hand side, every time that I make a modification or a change, all of these numbers are dynamic and they're changing as I go through. So for today, we will put in a location called Regina. Regina, Saskatchewan shows up there. Because we're dealing with the NECB 2017 code, energy code, it automatically will put that. We can actually override it with Title 24 or ASHRAE, but for our purposes, because we're in the province of Saskatchewan, we follow NECB 2017. We can pick new construction or retrofit. Today we'll pick retrofit. There is our completion date. So if we have a completion date, we can quickly fill that in. We can actually go ahead and pick our ceiling, whether it's a hard ceiling or it's a drop ceiling or an open ceiling. For today, we'll choose a drop ceiling. Our controls type. So if we know what our fixtures are, whether they're forward phase, ecosystem, 0 to 10 volt, electronic low voltage, non-dimmable, or fixture control, we can pick that. For today, we'll pick 0 to 10 volt, as that seems to be the most common control type that we use. You can pick with a generator, inverter backup for emergency as well. We're going to pick non for today, so there's no emergency type backup here. Fixture type voltage, right now we have 120 and 277 volt. Within the next 30 days, we're going to have 347 volt as well. As you can see, as I change those numbers on the left-hand side, all the numbers on the right-hand side have been dynamic and changing. So now that we've filled out the first of 4 questions, we hit next. It says your product situation. I just want to meet the energy code requirements. My client is willing to pay a premium for more features. I want to minimize labor costs. I want to minimize product costs. I need some sales help to win this job. I need help selecting fixtures on this job. I want to request a Lutron startup. So we all know that people are fairly frugal today. So they just want to meet the energy code. They probably don't want to pay a premium, but they want to be able to minimize cost on labor. They want to minimize cost on product. As you can see, as I change and click those things, these right-handed columns are all changing dynamically. I need sales help to win this job, or selecting a fixture, or I want Lutron to start up. So we'll ask Lutron to do a startup for today. All right, so we hit next. We got question number 2 out of 4 answered. We're on now number 3. We have the ability to change room types here. So right now we've showed 10,140 square feet. We can add rooms or edit rooms. We have break rooms, so we're assuming that there's a couple break rooms for every 10,000 square feet. We can actually change that number. Should you choose to, you can change it to 5. The room details becomes very interesting, and you saw as we changed that, the numbers on the right-hand side here did change. So the room details, we can go room by room, so room properties. We could change those rooms to be 300 square feet, a ceiling height of 10 feet or 9 feet. You can pick certain rooms that could be drop ceilings or hard ceilings or open ceilings. So we'll pick an open ceiling in there. If we know our fixtures and fixture types, we can actually pick those as well. So you got 2x2, 2x4 downlight options and pendants, and a few more if you scroll further down. We're going to pick a 2x2 troffer for today, 0 to 10 volt controls, as we talked about, and then there's the other options we spoke about earlier. Our voltages right now, we're going to put in 40-watt fixtures so we can actually change the wattage of those fixtures. We can give them zone names if we want. We can tell if it's emergency or non-emergency, whether it's a generator, inverter backup, or fixture battery backup. We can say that there are 14 fixtures or 11 fixtures in that space. We'll pick 11 for today. We can add a fixture type if we want. So if we knew what fixture type we were picking, we could add that. So we could add another one. So now we have a 2x2. Now we can add a downlight. I'm just going to leave these as set features for now. I'm just going to change the quantity to 12. As I change that quantity, you'll see the right-hand side here changing again. So as I move a little further, add a fixture type. Do we want manual control, dimming, and occupancy sensing? Those are all required by NECB 2017, as you can see here. Should we want to add daylighting, receptacle control? We do. We know that there are windows in here, so we're going to add daylighting just by simply clicking that. As we go through, we can change all of these rooms and all of those room details. All right. So what I'm going to do now that we're done, I am going to go to the report. I want to show you what that looks like in a second here. Right now, we have a few different options. We have a room-by-room breakdown. We have a bill of materials and labor estimate. We have a fixture report, and we have a room function. We also have about our project, so it's a guest project, university, 10,040 square feet in Regina, Saskatchewan, following NECB code. We also have the ability to look at your project situation. So those are the requirements we picked in the details. Rooms, shared equipment. So if we had some shared equipment, it does show you that we need 2 Vive hubs here, which is an SJS 0FM. Total cost. These costs right now are based on list price in Canadian dollars. So that would be a list price. And then we also give you a cost of installation, or what we feel is the installation cost. And we'll talk about that as well shortly. So as we go back up, we can show you here your solution. So your solution shows your product cost is $18,406 in Canadian dollars. There's your square footage price. It shows that we have 50 hours for install, and it's a $50 per hour. Total cost of $20,907. Pricing and adjustments, we can edit that. So what's neat about that is you can go in there and you can actually edit your labor costs, which is right here. And you can also enable the percentage of what NECA would recommend for those devices to be installed. All right. There are also different solutions. So this one is a ceiling mounted zone dimming control. If you choose different solutions here, you will see that we go from ceiling mount zone control dimming to a wall mounted zone control dimming, or an individual fixture control mounting. Each one of those comes with the cost associated, then hours to install, and then the total cost of solution. Should your customer or you want to see what the differences are between those installs, there are 3 quick videos here, YouTube videos, that you can click on those live links and you can go from there. So let's say for today, we don't care about cost. We're going to pick individual fixture control. I click that icon. It's going to pick my $59,000 price. I hit done, and it changes all of those settings. All right. So once we've got that, we can now go ahead and we can look at room by room breakdowns, bill of materials and labor, fixture reports, and fixture functions. So let's look at a room by room breakdown for now. We click on this. It'll open up a new screen for us, and it will show us what each room will contain, which is really nice for you and your client. As that is opening, we will open a bill of materials one. So as we opened up the room by room breakdown, we now can click on here, and it'll give you a nice PDF. It shows you all of the details of the project once again. As we scroll down, it will give you a room by room breakdown showing how many rooms there are of each type. It shows you the ceiling heights, the open office area, the square footage. It'll also tell you how many fixtures and what kinds of fixtures are in each of those rooms, the functions of that room, so manual control, dimming, occupancy sensors, and daylighting. It shows you the total quantity of the fixtures and all of the Lutron components that would be required for that room. It shows you a complete room-by-room breakdown of the total cost of product, as well as the total installation cost, as well as the total cost for install and product. So as we scroll down, we can see all the different rooms. We could have also opened up the guest room by room breakdown as far as the room functions. So each room has a different function potentially. So in this one, you can see that we are in a breakout room, manual control, dimming, we're using occupancy sensing, daylighting, time clock scheduling in the corridors, because we might have people walking throughout those corridors throughout the day. So that's what that report would look like, and these are all available to download as a PDF. We're going to click on the fourth attachment that we opened, which is the fixture list. So if you have a list of all the fixtures, you can actually bring up all those fixture types. We could have also changed them to emergency, as we spoke about earlier, or the control types. So this is just a nice overview for your client. It shows you exactly how many fixtures are in that project. And then it will show you room breakouts by fixture type, by control type, zones, and quantities. Really nice to have as well. If we go back in, we look at the bill of materials and labor estimates. So this is where the nuts and bolts are for you. You can scroll down and you can see here's 100% of the budget price. My install time, 100% of industry standard or install team time. So that would be either your NECA or your AccuBid. Install cost, $50 per hour. We can change that as well within the software. So here it is, far as fixture pricing, as well as sensor pricing, wall box pricing, everything that you would have in your bill of material will have a budget price or a list price. It gives your quantity of those devices, extended prices. They'll show your unit install time and then your total install time. And at the bottom here, it shows you this project is 216 hours and 13 minutes of total install for 699 devices at $48,278. As we move further down, it'll show you the break rooms. It shows you all of the different Lutron products for each single room and what it costs to install per room. So that's a nice little PDF that you can, again, download and share with your client. So with that, if there's any questions or concerns, please reach out to Electra Sales, and any of us would be happy to help you. Today, we thank you for your time, and we hope that you're doing well.